All right. Going to visiting for that. Oh yeah, we haven't decided on what we're going to do there. I don't think I can get into those. I'm going to be coming back for all this, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, perfect. Made a plan. Where do I need to go? Can we go down this way? I don't think so. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, it's okay. Mr. Ouch. Y'all made it, thanks. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Her husband did fall to an addiction to the adrenal time. But we have her flask. Oh, I haven't gotten all his stuff yet. She was... Oh yeah, was she? She was over here.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready to get off this rock. That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you? You sound like Jerome. And if he was here, I'd tell him he sounds like a damn advertisement, but that's comforting in a way. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
Those were some real nice words, boss. I just hope she'll be all right.
I don't know, Cap. I hope she'll find some peace in this, but sometimes it's better to know the truth and deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, no. She can know he's not, whatever happened, happened, you know? It's not like she's promoting Adreno time, you know? Now, if she were a shill for it, you know, then it's gotta, yeah, you definitely have to, maybe like, this killed your husband. But in this case, it's...
I've eaten my fair share of taro eyes, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
Who knew what darkness lurked in the heart of Gorgon? Captain Hawthorne and her crew? We're about to find out.
It's Yetch. Or not Hawthorne.
The Gorgon facility is currently experiencing an emergency evacuation.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Forgive my impatience. I spent so many years brooding all by myself, and it's exciting to have a partner for a change. Any promising leads on Mother's journal? I've watched enough detective serials to know that a promising lead can get you anywhere. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late. Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. a drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise. I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Okay, let's see everything we want to do here. Clearance mostly can we find at the Musgrave Family Collection. That's back on that. I could submit that. I'm not going to do that yet. I could check out this Byzantine thing here too. That's still a thing, but I don't know where that is. No, wait, not that one. Okay. All right, we're gonna go look. Do some chatting. Let's take. Oh, we're gonna be shooting a lot, huh?
What is it? I'm trying to keep a low profile.
Oh, excuse me.
Why can't something exciting happen around you for once? Nothing wrong.
Anti-Creon's energizing ointment. Enjoy 6 cups worth of concentrated caffeine in every dollop.
Here they come.
Yeah, it's like it totally breaks the immersion, you know? Silly. Oh, there you are. Alright, let's see where we're headed on this map here. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's the beacon. Mostly harmless. Got it. Okay. Down the middle. Okay, got it.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is. Don't I, Ep?
Bring him down!
No! Oh, no! I soiled myself. Please, I don't want to die.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Well, at least I got everybody here.
Oh, no! I don't want to die. Oh, Lord! I think I soiled myself.
Incoming!
I mean, Yetch is murderous.
Hey, I know your face. You're wanted by the board. Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw. That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you? We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it? Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid La Place into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
glad she acknowledged that all these guys are going to shoot at me. I guess I just pissed off the board enough to...
It seems people who've never known struggle will use any means necessary to evoke the thrill of uncertainty, no matter how banal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up. Are you one of the guards on patrol? I don't suppose you've any formal training in canid husbandry. I really am at my wit's end. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's
Not now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master of ceremonies.
No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway.
It's not canid hunting I object to, it's the impropriety.
Since when do you care about impropriety? Canid shows are unlawful, and you showed up anyway.
This is different.
Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows? Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly. Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. Let me hazard a guess. You didn't listen then, and you're not about to listen now. If I wanted to send you a message, I'd arrange for a notarized affidavit. Cryptic warnings and subtle threats are not my forte. Someone with resources. Security countermeasures require a special override. Whoever locked down the facilities must have been watching you. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Have his eyeball.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
What?
Yes, but the winner is still in deliberation. Committee won't deliver a result for another 6 to 8 weeks. Bureaucracy. The trophy's being held in a vault at the other end of this hall. Find a way inside, disable any security, lift, carry, deliver. Simple as that. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him. Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
Not now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master.
You'd only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily. Long enough for Canids to sniff them out and chase them around.
It's the principle of... The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think? I've heard stories of wild Canids outside Byzantium, but frankly, I don't believe it. Bring the idea up in committee.
I think I would have preferred primals over Canids, but there's always next year.
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
I've heard stories of wild Canids outside Byzantium, but frankly, I don't believe it.
My little Anubis looks so miserable. I wish I knew what was wrong. You must understand, Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his Saltuna. Interesting. This Saltuna looks exactly like the kind I give my Canid. Only the label is a little different. Anubis and I are grateful for your help. I'll be sure to leave a commendation on your permanent record.
Wow, we have so much stuff now. Wow. I have a 1148. See, like, why don't they put it by damage here? Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. Oh yeah, she's got that good one. Maybe he'll give him the Medal of Honor. There you go. Yeah, that's fun. Alright, let's do it by value here. Since we're 300. Okay. Alright, let's do it by value here. And then we're going to break down all the stuff. 44. Oh. What the heck? Value. There we go. Come on. Okay, break down. See, like, why is my... Oh, never mind. I like that one. Oh yeah, what the? Oh. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go to... Okay. Let's look at our armor real quick here. So we're at a 54 and 39. What is this giving me? 54. Oh, yeah. Not helpful. Let's make sure that 64. Oh. Oh, actually, let's give myself this one. Okay, great. $39 gives me a ranged skills range +5. Okay. Stealth, who cares about that? Dodge, this is 67. Gives me a dodge, but minus, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm into that. I'm into that. Oh, I don't like these at all. I don't ever want these. I don't care if they're good. They look silly. 34, this is 67. $35 dodge and things. 34 melee weapon skills. Versus dodge, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, is this exciting to watch? No. That's okay. That's okay. Heavy 89. I want to keep that for somebody else. Like Vicar, you're wearing a helmet. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell these. I'll keep these just for fun. I'll give that to somebody. I'm sure I'll pick up more on the path. Okay, so now we go here. Repair all equipped. Oh yeah. Pump you up. Okay, those all feel good. Oh yeah, this is what Vicar's using. water. Yeah, let's give him that. Oh, yeah. That might be kind of fun for me. Okay, cool. Those are in the trash, but I guess I can give her some. This gives her swing speed, sure grip, durability. That's okay. Hush grip, swing noise. I don't care about that. Crit chance up. Yes. Corrosion, shock, plasma, or power attack. Oh yeah, just that. Perfect. Alright, yes. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Okay.
Everyone all right?
Great job. Sorry. Good job. You were down, then you were up.
You know, stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
I'll be sure to raise a glass of Rizzo's Spectrum Violet to your timely assistance.
All right.
Do excuse me. All my thoughts are currently occupied by that trophy. At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth. You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up. My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record. What's on your mind? My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. And you? Frankly, I'm surprised you changed your mind. You didn't seem interested in my offer at all. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. I'll tell you what I can. Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker. Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus. Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery. Certainly. What's on your mind? Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet? There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on. Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again. Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
Gross.
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything. Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon. Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy. No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Alright, let's pump me up. pick up guns so fast? Alright, we got long gun, handgun, long gun, heavy weapon. We gotta pump these up, come on, man. Perfect. Okay, so we gotta go to Lord Opus, Groundbreaker. Back there, that's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I want to do that either. We could. And I don't even know how to find the first beacon. I'll have to look that up. It's in that. Okay. We'll learn more about Project Gorgon next time.